Good morning to you. Hazard, Pikeville. The two haven't played in the same district since 2006. That season, Pikeville won the regular season championship only to have Hazard win in the playoffs. Another chapter in the books last night. Let's do it. First highlight pack of the morning. Number 10 Pikeville at Hazard at Daniel Field. Class A District 8, pretty much the district championship because the other teams in the district have only won a combined of 2 wins. Opening drive for the Panthers, A.J. Vanderbeck. All the way down to the 1-yard line, and then, well, we'll just cap it off with a Derek Pugh touchdown. So 49 yards for Vanderbeck, 1 yard for Derek Pugh, 7-0. A U-Pike top play contender on the next drive. It goes deep. It is Wyatt Battle to Chatlin Gerald. Get off me. Squeezes it. Panthers go up 14-0, and Pikeville wins on the road 56-28 over the Hazard Bulldogs. Somerset hosting Caverna last night. Robbie Lucas ready to go. Sure, that beard will grow in a little bit more by the time this weather continues to get a little bit colder. The Briar Jumpers already up 28-0, and then Caverna decides to fumble the punt, so that made it 30-0 with the safety. Next Somerset possession, Jordan Doan. You're going to do more than that than tackle him. There's another touchdown, and then let's go to the air this time. Castle Hatcher to a wide-open Josh Cornett. 44-0 Briar Jumpers. They would let them score 24 points, but they win by 20, 44-24 at Clark Field. Let's head to Jackson for Class 3A District 7 matchup. Breathitt County, Estill County. First play from scrimmage. Estill County's Cordell Day. Ooh, nice little hurdle there, and then that's a 16-yard gain, but the drive would stall. After a Breathitt County 3-and-out, the Engineers strike first. Day. He gone. 24-yard touchdown, 2-point conversion makes it 8-0 Estill County. Still in the first quarter this time. It's Blake Francisco. I'll see you later. 37 yards on the score, and now it's 16-0 Estill County. Back comes Breathitt County, though. Cameron Stacy hooks up with Trey Noble. 30 yards, and then 3 plays later, direct snap to the guy with 3 names, James Fletcher Collins. He's in. Breathitt County comes back. They're 2-0 in the district. The Bobcats win 48-38.
And it's there I read on a hillside.
West Virginia's own Brad Paisley gets us started with this Friends of Cole highlight pack. Harlan County trying to reclaim the bowl against Letcher Central. First drive of the game, Tyree Simmons. That's a fumble. Who gonna pick it up, though? Not me, not me, not me. Oh, I'll take it. The Cougars have the football. They would not convert or score on that first drive. Let's go second drive. Still first quarter for Letcher Central. Nick Sargent goes to Isaiah Tyree. 30-yard gain. They had 17 first downs in the night. That was one of them. And then let's give it to Jay Will. 2 plays later, Jalen Williams. The Turf Pebbles are flying in the air, and he goes 36 for the touchdown. 6-0 Letcher Central. No one better, though, than this kid right here. Dylan Cornett, 46 of his 328 yards right here. Enjoy it. He had 5 touchdowns tonight. There's one of them. The Black Bears 1-1 in district play. Harlan County puts up 522 total yards of offense and wins by 10. Raceland, the Rams meeting with Lawrence County and the Bulldogs. This was another mud bath last night. Early in the game, Rams quarterback Nathaniel Davison decides to keep it himself. Gains a few yards, but the Bulldogs take him down. Still in the first, a quick pass now to Raceland's Carson Christian. He would later get the first TD of the drive for Raceland, but the Bulldogs answer with a handoff to Timmy. Oh, Timmy Dalton, he got wheels. Now with 35 seconds to go in this game, Raceland recovers a Lawrence County fumble and returned it for a touchdown to go up 26-20, and that's how Lawrence County loses its second game of the season. Belfry at Cabell, Midland, the #1 team in AAA up in West Virginia. Both teams unbeaten on the year. Midland advantage early. They force the fumble on the option. That's a night football. They're jacked. Why not? It wouldn't take long to capitalize, by the way, because Devin Stapleton is a beast. Gone. 63 yards for the touchdown. 7-0 Cabell Midland. More defense. Midland's Reese Donahue. Oh, my goodness. That's what you call getting jacked up. And then the Knights from the 28-yard line It's Caperton Humphrey this time. He's a beast as well. Takes the pitch and goes on his way to the end zone. 14-0 Cabell Midland. More Knights in the second quarter. Devin Stapleton again. Get off me, please. 21-0. And how about a U-Pike top play contender? You know, Belfry doesn't throw it very much, but Noah Corbett finds Austin Woolham. That's a 70-yarder. 21-7. Cabell Midland sideline. Not having any of it, though. Because watch this play. Now watch the guy get hit right here. That is a sheriff getting waxed out there. Belfry suffers its first loss of the season, 49-7 over Cabell Midland as they win. 50th year for my man Charlie Kirk, rocking the zebra stripes. I'm not sure what I'll be doing in 50 years, but hey, you know, he got some wheels. He got some wheels. My man Charlie Kirk got some wheels. He's been doing this for 50 years, so. Kendall Brock with a little bit of wheels here sets up this play 2 plays later. Very next play, I should say. Noah Busrow catches it, and Busrow's in. Harlan, no problem. Green Dragons 5-1 after a shutout win over Ryco, Virginia. Tough field conditions at Pulaski County made this one a tough contest. Mark Stoops in the house. Henry Clay at the #1 team in the mountains in the first. Riley Hall goes to his main man, Jake, not from State Farm, that's Jake Johnson. Puts him within scoring position. You might as well, 2 plays later, give it to Christian Holman. They got a slew of guys they could have given it to. Jesse Whitaker, Jalen Conwell, they go with Holman. First touchdown of the game, and following a Henry Clay turnover, let's do another touchdown. Hall connects with George Gregory. I don't think it really matters if it's muddy or not, Pulaski County. You guys are still really good. #1 Pulaski County rolls the Blue Devils 43-0, the final score. Come join us on the Appalachian Wireless Sports Overtime Saturday night. Sports Director Josh McKinney going to Lexington for Kentucky, taking on EKU. That'll be in the SEC Network alternate channel, 7:30 kickoff. Of course, we'll have highlights and much more from Union, which is our game of the week, and Cumberland's. That's a look at sports this morning. Enjoy your morning.